And we're back. Now, I am first going to prepare Entangle for that Phobosuchus because you saw that thing's stats. The only person on the team it couldn't one-shot is Dimsdale, and it has, assuming that it follows the official rules, a huge 2-hit bonus. It is nothing to mess with. So I am not going to give it the chance to wreck my face. And aside from that, I'm going to try to be faster on the return trip through this tunnel. Because we've already seen everything here. There's no reason to hang around. Ooh, it got a hit off. Luckily it missed. I'm going to see if I can give Draven the kill. Because he desperately needs the... Okay, the Entangle wore off. Come on, Draven. I'm trying... Good. Good. That worked. Draven got the kill. That thing's worth a lot of experience, so he's now level 4. As I was saying, I'm going to try to be quick on the return journey. There's not much reason to hang about. We've already seen all this. We didn't miss anything our first time through. Ooh, this is dangerous with that Tuatara coming up behind me. Okay. I hope it's not chasing me down and flanking me as we speak. Ooh, dead end. I'm already forgetting the correct way through. I think I thought I was a little farther south. Yeah, I thought I was in this spot and I wasn't. The troglodytes are no real threat. 4th level isn't high level by any means, but it's high enough that we can easily deal with these guys. Especially with all our magical gear. Get out of the way, weaklings. Stand aside. Dimsdale's taking a lot of hits. Okay, this is getting... How are they hitting me so much? Alright, I'm not gonna put up with this. First of all, let's remember to actually cast Bless. Quit getting constant turns. That's irritating. I need to throw down some heals. Okay, that was more dangerous than anticipated. I don't know why they were getting such a large number of attacks. I wonder if there were 4 of them in one space. That might have been what was going on. I had thought that it was a group of 2 and then another group of 2 behind them, but if it was 4 all in the same space... That guy really wants to hit me as I go by. I don't want to deal with that. No reason to put up with his nonsense, so... Blind him. Oh god, there's one behind me. I don't want that. Getting a Draven. Good, good. Alright, just to make sure it doesn't flank me, I'm gonna go get that other one as well. Ah, okay, can't debuff that one, I'm out of them. Alright, Dimsdale is critically hurt. We gotta use our kiting tactics. Dimsdale's down. I screwed up the kiting, and that was fatal. So trying to get through this place quick didn't pay off. Goodness, look at all these guys. I didn't remember there were such swarms of them. Let's see how sleep performs in dungeon environment. Well, it put one guy to sleep. Great. That was of questionable usefulness. Oh, something's behind me? Something was attacking Draven. Oh, right, Draven's not in the rear anymore. He's on the left because I have a 3-man formation now. Taking my time was helping the first time through, wasn't it? Because I am having more difficulty trying to speed through it. I think it might end up just taking longer doing it this way. Well, maybe not. We know we're close to the end because here's the carrion crawler. And it paralyzed Lucia. That's actually pretty terrible. Alright, our party is not in good shape, but we're out. Oh geez, I'm having trouble remembering how to get out of this little part. I think it's like this. Yeah. And Lucia is now unparalyzed. Okay. Time to make the long journey back, report the results to the Duke, who is probably not going to be pleased. Show what we found in Marmillion, who will hopefully be somewhat more pleased. See if the shops have anything new. What are our levels now? Okay, Grelden's 5th, Draven got his level up and is now 4th. Those are the 2 level ups we've gotten. So, there might be something new to see in the shops. Boars. Get out of my face, boars. I feel like my party is being more useless today. I mean, they're struggling against boars. Come on, guys. You're 4th and 5th level now. This is not the time for your nonsense. I make fun of my cleric's poor healing ability, but I end up making a lot of use of it anyway. I mean, but look at that. 3 hit points, and I only get 2 castings of this spell. Alright, well I managed to get him back to full. Again, I could just rest, but just resting constantly feels cheesy. Actually, let's go ahead and bless the party.
Holy word.
Improve our 2 hit bonuses. Don't know exactly how long that lasts in terms of this game. Its duration is well defined in the official rules, but how exactly they translate that duration into Warriors of the Eternal Sun, I'm not entirely sure. And we made it back. Time to get Dimsdale revived. And let's also speak with the NPCs and see how their dialogue has changed now that we've advanced the story some more. I'm so confused. Okay. Did you find the cavern to the north? Well, we found some caverns to the north. We should have sent a blind man for aid. we're doing our best. More enemies! We need friends, not enemies. Well, I mean, that's not my fault now, is it? So the townsfolk are starting to get miffed with us. The bottles are drunk, but the snacks have not been fed yet. Seems this bartender has been maybe making too much use of his own product. They're going to take me away, oh my. You okay, dude? So things don't seem to be well back in town. Are you sure you haven't seen my cat? Your cat is mine. I took her. Have you always been tall, or have I shrunk? Yeah, so the townsfolk are suddenly behaving very erratically, as you can see. Things are deteriorating. It's not just that they're angry with us for not finding allies, there's something else going on here. It puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again. What on earth are you talking about, dude? This is concerning, to say the least. This dude's just laughing hysterically. Yeah, things are not looking great back here, are they? I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Oh, okay, well at least he seems happy. Another confused guard. That nonsensical line again. I've taken a vow of deafness. Don't talk to me. That is one of my favorite lines in the game. That is hilarious. I've actually used that line in real life because I think it's so funny. It always gets a good reaction in real life, too. Look what the cat dragged in. Let's see. I think this will work. Well, that just fills you with confidence when your high priest greets you with that. Now that Dimsdale is revived, I'm going to report in. Wonder how the Duke and Marmillion are faring with so many townsfolk seemingly going crazy. I am losing my patience with you bumbling fools. I send you for help, and again you tell me of more enemies. In case you haven't noticed, we have plenty of foes. What we lack are friends. Spies are everywhere. I have not slept for days. My guards are with me wherever I go. You must bring help soon. I need help. The Duke is not faring well either. He also seems to be a little touched with whatever is going around. How is Marmillion doing? Actually, before I talk to him, I want to check something. We have 3,179 gold. The reason I'm checking that is I want to see if Marmillion pays us for bringing him artifacts like he said he would. The artifacts were created recently. I can't explain this, and I may be going crazy, but I would swear that we have been sent back in time. I know you think me mad, but it is the Duke who is mad. He threw me in irons, then released me. Both actions were without warning or explanation. I have been burning incense to keep my senses. I am certain the sun or the earth is distorting our minds. You must bring me more clues. They are the key to our survival. Alright, so Marmillion still seems to be fairly sane. And let's see if he gave us any money. 3,979, so we got some from Marmillion. That's good. Good that he kept his word and paid us for bringing him artifacts. Now let's go see if there's anything new in the shops. So neither the Duke nor Marmillion, in this case, really pointed us to where we need to go next. But the answer is we need to go to that cavern in the northeast. And the only hint of that, really, is the lizard man chief who said, "Curse you and your bronze-skinned or your gold-skinned brethren to the north." And aside from the Beastman caves and the tunnel that we used to get to the swamp, the only other northern caves are the northwestern one, which is behind a sea of fire that we still can't get to, And since that's inaccessible, the only other option is that cave in the northeast. So as it turns out, that's where we need to go next. We're actually not going to go straight there, however. We are going to spend a lot of time before we advance the plot again, checking out a bunch of secret areas, secret caves and dungeons scattered around the valley, and indirectly doing some level grinding that way before we advance to the next area, which is pretty dangerous. And where am I going? I'm getting touched by the madness too. Let's check the weapon shop first. Weapons are more exciting than armor, right? You again? Whatever you want, it's gonna cost you. Don't waste my time just looking either. I don't think I mentioned this, but I believe that the items get more expensive and the shopkeepers demand more money as the plot advances as well. Oh wow, okay. Nice stuff for sale now. Okay, this is exciting. We can now buy +2 weapons. Just swords, but... well, and spears. But honestly, why would you want anything other than swords? They are costly, though. 9,000 a pop. So right now, we can only afford one of these. So I'm going to buy one for Lucia. +2 sword. Excellent. I'm going to equip that on her immediately. Which means we don't need her +1 sword anymore, so we can sell it. But I don't think we'll get as much for it as we would in the past. Only 1,000. Still, I'll take it. We can also finally get a magic weapon for Greldon. Remember, as a cleric, he can't use bladed weapons, but we can get him a +1 warhammer for 1874. We absolutely will. He's been stuck with that non-magical Morning Star for far too long. And then we'll sell the Morning Star, even though we won't get squat for it. And there we go. Now, while I would love a +2 sword for Dimsdale as well, I don't think we're going to be able to afford it. So that's unfortunate, but also available are +1 bows and +1 slings. Now, I am actually going to check something. The game doesn't tell you at all how much damage weapons do. I'm going to double check weapon damage values in the official BX rules and just kind of hope or assume that the game has implemented that. So, funnily enough, in basic Dungeons and Dragons, all weapons do the same amount of damage, which is really stupid. But when they said basic, they were not kidding. They kept things really simple. Fortunately, with the addition of the expert rules, thus creating BX D&D, there is the optional rule for variable weapon damage. And I assume that the game has implemented that, because why would there even be different types of weapons otherwise? And according to this, slings do D4 damage, and short bows do D6, and long bows also do D6, but just have longer range. But the game doesn't distinguish between short bows and long bows. So the bows do have a better damage bonus, so it is worth, or excuse me, damage die. So it is worth buying them instead of the slings. However, we do have limited funds that we're working with. So I might not be able to splurge and get the very best gear for everybody. Because they're cheaper, I'm going to start by getting a magic sling for Greldon and for Draven. And I'm going to decide what to do about my other characters' ranged weapons after I've looked at the armor. Alright, so what kind of armor is available? There's plate mail and +1 plate mail, which is 15,000. We're never affording that. Now we can get +1 shields, and that will improve the armor class of everybody who can equip them by 1. So I think we're going to get a +1 shield for each of our warrior characters. And I'm including Grelden in that, even though he's kind of only half a warrior. I didn't really mean that in the insulting way it sounded. It's just his class is not a full warrior class, is all I really meant by that remark. I don't know why I'm apologizing to a fictional character. Alright, so now that they all have their +1 shields, their armor classes have all improved, and Lucia now has an armor class of -1, which is exceptionally good. Sell their old useless non-magical shields. While I would love to get more good armor, we are really sucking fumes on funds. There's no way we'll be able to afford it. We're not even going to be able to afford those +1 bows. So I think that I am going to get the +1 slings for the other two. Because I can't afford the bows. And they will be more accurate with them, so they'll have a higher chance to hit. And their damage will go from 1 to 6 to 2 to 5. And because they're so cheap, I think it's worth getting the +1 bonus to accuracy, even though the average damage won't improve. Now let's go see if Draven being higher level has caused anything interesting to become available in the magic shop. So there are some new spells. We have not seen web or protection from missiles. However, what I would rather get than either of those is another copy of Entangle for Draven, so that he finally has a second level spell he can cast. Of course, web and protection from missiles are both second level as well, but I think that Entangle is going to be the most useful. So I'll go ahead and buy him an Entangle scroll. And then we'll rest up so he can scribe that. Excellent. Finally, he can memorize second level spells. We've just about reached the conclusion of this episode. So just to reiterate real quick, story-wise, our next objective is that cavern in the northeast to continue our, so far, futile and frustrating quest to find some allies. But we're not going there for a while. We are first going to do a huge circuit around the valley, visiting all kinds of secret hidden dungeons, because I think that they're really cool and I love exploration and finding secrets. I think it's really fun, so I want to show off all of that. And maybe in the process we'll gain a few more levels. It'll be really beneficial if we do, because the next area of the game is pretty difficult, so if I can go there with a 5th level party instead of a 4th level party, I'll be feeling a little more secure. So that's our plans for the immediate future. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and have a good one, everybody.